one of the pieces of magic, the magic sauce, if you will, and that is being able to identify the passions that drive people and then focusing them, funneling them, directing them in the proper direction so that there's a match. I used to think that younger people had lost their passion or didn't have the passion that I was looking for, and I was so wrong.
I think it is the involvement. So I've sort of found as we're hiring people at our credit union, they want to make an impact. They want to be involved. So they don't necessarily want the corner office. I think that was sort of where Matt was going with his discussion. But can they be involved in meaningful projects? Can they get some airtime with our CEO? I think a lot of young folks maybe just don't know what they can do at a credit union or how to get involved. And so I think if you start to kind of pull in, and to your point, find out what they're passionate about, they're going to be engaged and do more with us.
It's not a sexy industry, right, to work in.
And you're not looking for money either.
Yeah. What I love today, we had a mentor session with Lois Kitch, and she basically said, you know, credit unions are a vehicle for change. That's what it is. And if you pursue that, and that is a big part of your career, if you need to stick, then you can work your whole lives in credit unions and never regret this life full of meaningful work that you've done.
Be really, really good at what you do. Okay, if you're a teller, be the best possible teller you can be, because if you're dreaming about the next job, okay, and not doing your own job, okay, you'll never get it, because the leadership of the organization is always looking for those performers at every level, and when you perform well at one level, they're going to get you to the next level, okay, and realize that it is, as Bob said, it does take time, okay, it's not a week or a month thing, okay, it could be years before you get to the position that you really have the most influence you could possibly have. But be patient and
be specific within that community. So learning to collaborate, you know, on the back end and focus on your roots on the front end and your membership. I think that those two things are key to the core of who we are. And there's always room for more.
What I'd like to see more in the credit union industry is more reaching out to essentially the rest of the business world and taking the best ideas from anywhere, instead of looking at what are the best ideas in the credit union world. But actually,
we're not giving people the opportunity, we're not getting them ready for the next spot. So I really would love to see credit unions have those type of development programs internally so they can get the people ready internally or for the credit union down the street. I would love to get 5 or 6 credit unions that come together. Why aren't we hiring a bunch of talent right out of college and finding them spots, getting them a job down the street? They spend 1 year with Exceed, they spend 1 year with another credit union. Imagine how many jobs we could create if we have a program like that in place.
If we're doing real talk right now, most credit unions could stand to have sort of a healthy dose of nurturing, recruiting, and having that empathy. And all this is great. Crash the GAC, it's fun, and everybody gets real riled up, right? And then they go home, and to actually push these ideas through, these sparks of inspiration through, and turn them into something real is this totally burdensome thing, because sometimes because of the culture of the credit union, sometimes because of just logistical things that they have to deal with. It's rolling a boulder uphill, and then it doesn't take long to kind of lose steam, get lost in the minutia, and everything that we've built here sort of goes away.
The squeaky wheel philosophy, so if you want to go do something, just keep asking and just keep asking another way until you get the answer you want. So